Hello everyone and welcome to Caroline's Craft Tree. Today I just wanted to show a little tutorial using a whole bunch of scraps. Now this is kind of my catch-all fabric, lace, fiber scraps in here. So I want to start using some of it up. So I came up with a little idea, not a little idea, and it's not my idea, but let's start with a few things. Now, I made some fabric tabs with a beaded centerpiece flower. Now, it's not really new, I don't think. But I want to add a little bit of something in the center of these fabric scraps, lace scraps, etc. And I have lots and lots of beads. So these are a few that I have done. And I just wanted to share with you how I'm making them. I have tons of beads, and this is only a very small portion. I've got just a little bit of variety of beads in this container that I can grab really quick while I'm working. And then the same here, I've got these with, I want to say these are bugle beads, but I don't know what they're called. But that's what I think they're called, but I could be wrong. And this is just a variety of a few of the colors and whatnot that I have. So today, I'm just using bits and pieces of fabrics and laces. I have a little piece of fabric, I have a piece of eyelet trim, and then there is this little piece, it's got like a little sequence on there. I think that was like a sari or something. Somebody sent me a couple pieces of it. And then I'm just putting a piece of lace on the top, like so. I've got a needle and some thread. This is just a crochet cotton. And probably tons of ways to do this. This is just the way I do it. I take first my fabric, I go down in the center and I just do a bit of a running stitch to the edge. Now, some of these things I do it just this way just because I can. I want my knot to be hidden. Not that you're going to see the back, but I like to leave a little tab on my thread. I find it doesn't come out as easy. So we're going to start here and just going to do a running stitch back and forth probably 3 times. Not holding anything together. You know, I mean, not going to be really doing anything, and it's going to get glued down to the page eventually when I go to use it, or sewn onto the page. This kind of evolved from, I don't know if you're watching my series on Dreaming of Dragons, the journal build. But it was the fabric tabs I made for that kind of inspired this. Although I'm not doing the folded ribbon, I'm just doing a flat piece of fabric. Now I'm just going to go up. I'm going to go right along the top of the lace here. You can use any lace, any fabric, any bits and pieces that you might have. I just trying to use up a bunch of those scraps. I cleaned out, the bin's not usually quite that clean. I just sorted it out and there was a bunch of stuff in there that shouldn't have been in there, whatnot. You know how it goes. We all seem to end up with those piles of stuff that we just don't know what to do with. I've been doing this just in the evenings while I watch YouTube and get caught up on what everybody's doing. Okay, now I'm going to go down this other side, trying to catch some of the lace as I go. But these are such a great way to use up scraps. Mind you, it does take a while to use a big pile of scraps. And just a form of slow stitching, hand stitching, whatever you would like to call it. Okay, now again on the back of these, I'm going to go and I'm going to weave in and out until I reach the very middle of this. Now, like I say, this is going to be glued down or sitting on a page or something when you're done, stitched to a page. So I'm not like super worried about the back, and I'm sure there's 101 ways to make these. So when I figure I'm relatively close to the center, I'm going to bring my needle up to the top, and I'm going to use one of these silver seed beads. I have no idea what size they are. I do know they come in different sizes, but I have no idea about beads and all that stuff. I just do it. So now my seed bead's in there. I'm going to come up to the side of my seed bead. Doesn't really matter where. Now I'm going to end up putting on 8 of these little beads, of bugle beads, whatever they're called. These ones are about not even a quarter of an inch, but I've used different lengths in mine, so I'm going to put those coming out from that silver bead. Now what I do is I put my bead down, I just hold it with my thumb, because I want to go right at the end of that bead and just stitch it down. Now I'm going to come up opposite it and put on another one. I don't even know if this is an actual way to make flowers, but so I'm going to go right across from that one. Same thing, I'm going to kind of push it up to my seed bead. Going to hold it with my thumb and then make sure that my needle's going down right at the end of the bead. So we got that step. And now I'm going to go on the opposite sides. This way they're kind of all even. That's kind of why I'm using 8, is because I thought, well, it's easier to make them even. And same thing here. Hold it with my thumb. Put my thread right at the end. Again on the 4th side. And no matter what the length of my bugle beads were, I did it the same way. So now that I got that, now I'm going to come up in between them and put on another one and do the same thing around. Very, very simple flowers. I was thinking I was going to try one. Instead of these little bugle beads, I'd put maybe 3 seed beads and do the same type of thing. But I've been looking for ways to use up beads. It'll take me forever. I'd never use them up doing this, but I can use up a few of them. So now the same thing, I'm going to kind of lay it right in between those other two and put my thread down. Just a real simple, easy flower to make. And it doesn't add a lot of bulk. I was thinking about adding like a little crocheted flower on the top. You could add a paper flower, you could add a fabric flower. It wouldn't really matter. I'm not too worried if my flower's going a little bit crooked. Flowers are never uniform anyways. Real flowers. So there we have our little flower. Now I go up through the center again. And why I do this, I have no idea. Just to kind of tie it off. And then I go back through that center bead again. And then back down. As I say, I have no idea really why I do that. I just started doing it on the first one and I just keep doing it. And then on the back, I'm just going to do 3 or 4 half hitches with my thread. You can tie your knot however you usually tie it. I usually just do half hitches because I find it easy. As I say, this here part here will eventually be glued or sewn down somewhere. Then we can just cut that off. And there we have a fabric tab. Now we could use that on anything. Just trying to find a journal here so I can get a page. So they could go on as a little fabric tab on a page. And then you're only going to see kind of the edge on this side, which would look fine. You could use it as a little embellishment or on a pocket or anything. But I thought they were kind of cute. I'm going to do up a couple dozen of them just to have on hand and just to use up a few scraps. But just a variety of items used, piled up, fabrics and laces and whatnot. But I do think that they're kind of cute. Hope you like this little project and check out my Facebook group, check out the other videos, playlists, etc. And we'll see you soon. Bye.